All right, guys. So welcome to Real Results Fitness. The point of this onboarding call is going to be just to get you familiar with your apps that you need to download, any questions that you might have, nutrition questions, and then my expectations of you as my client and what you should be expecting from me as your coach. So just like quick introduction, I've been doing this for like 8-ish years. I don't know. I always get confused now because, the beginning is just a mess or usually. So 8-ish years. And then I've been doing this online. So the reason I started was because once I found out how simple fitness was, I'm like, everybody has to know this. And then I found a way to do this online. Yeah, so that's what I'm here for. That's just my short introduction. I've tried like training fasted. I've tried, it wasn't low carb. It wasn't called keto then. I just did like no carb or low carb. I've tried lots of stuff, training 6 days a week, 7 days a week. So I want you guys to introduce yourselves, get to know each other, your name, what you've tried, and why you decided to join Real Results Fitness. So Elizabeth, let's start with you.
Yes. Hi, good morning. My name is Elizabeth. My goal here is for weight loss and fat loss as well. And I've done a few things where I've done like those really quick week ones where you do like lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks, which I've done, and I've done successfully. I've tried just doing things on my own here at home and they just fail. But I'm excited. And I've seen results with other people, as you know, with Brenda. I've seen Brenda. She's a friend of mine, so I know it works.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Cool. Awesome. Welcome aboard. Thank you for introducing yourselves.
Thank you.
All right, Eurydice, you're up. Your name, what you've tried, and why you decided to join.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eurydice. I've tried, I guess the purpose I want to do, I want to lose a lot of fat loss, weight loss, which seems to be a common goal from what I'm hearing. Also like toning. What I've tried has been working out a lot when I did, trying to restrict my calories, trying to eat healthy. My work, my lack of discipline, my lack of consistency has been a barrier to all of that. So this time around, I decided to try what I've noticed to seem to be like results and evidence of results from a couple of the girls that, they've been with Fatty for a couple of months already. And so I decided to try something new for me as part of, this is the first time I've actually done like an actual program. So I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to also put like how Fatty has high expectations for ourselves, to put that for myself as well, because there has been a history of lack of consistency. So we'll see the results this time around.
Cool. Awesome. Excited to have you on board. Thank you for sharing your ideas. All right. Danielle, you're up. So your name, what you've tried, and why you decided to join Real Results Fitness. You're muted right now, Danielle. Can you hear us?
I know. I'm driving right now.
Okay.
Well,
Be
I'm
safe.
not driving. I'm
Okay.
not driving, but my husband is. So it's cutting in and out because of where we are. I just I'm done having kids. I want to get my mom pouch down, and I want to feel comfortable in my clothes. And I've done tons of dieting, and even my husband has told me to do these workouts, but I need someone, like if I'm paying and someone to keep me accountable, I'll do it. Because my husband, I'll be like, hey, I don't want to work out. And I'll be like, okay. And I need someone to be like, no, that's not what you agreed to. So that's what I'm doing it for. And I don't really do diets because if I restrict myself from something, I just gorge. So yeah, that's why I've joined.
Cool. Excited to have you on board. I know you did the 4-day challenge. Who here has friends that have worked with me before? Danielle, Yodis, or Danielle, you joined from the 4-day challenge, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the 4-day challenge and I saw results. Usually I kill myself with like an hour workout, hour and a half. Don't really lose anything. I did your workouts and I'm like, I'm not going to see anything. It's cool. And I did. So it was less hard, like less work.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm excited to have you on board. Lisa, hello. You joined in at the perfect time. So Lisa, we're introducing ourselves right now. So if you could just say your name, what you've tried and why you joined.
Hi, sorry, I'm in a cell house, so I'm on the road.
Oh, okay.
This is Lisa, and I joined because I'm tired of the spiral. I feel like I'm going down, after staying home and eating too much during COVID, not working out. So just joining to make a change.
Awesome. And you were referred to by a friend, by Denise. So yeah. So it's very cool to see a lot of people.
I saw the results she's been having, and I really value her, her recommendation because she's tried a lot of things. She is an active, fit individual, so I trusted her, that she went to you. So that helped.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So guys, as you notice, like a lot of us have, actually before we begin, I'm going to dim the the lights over here. Got a window that's like right here. So it just like shines right on me, depending on the hour of the day. All right, did we lose someone? Oh, this is Jordan. Cool. All right, so guys, as you notice, a lot of us have like some kind of a similar background, right? We either have tried other programs or we've tried different diets, and there's a lot in common. So what I want you guys to know before we talk about like the parts of the program, is that the Facebook community is for you. Okay, so the Facebook community is not necessarily part of the program, but it is something that I include because I found it very beneficial. Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, like 8-ish years, and it works better when you guys work together as one, as a community. So number one, I want you guys to know that you're never behind. You're exactly where you need to be. You're going to see lots of people in this group that maybe around the time that you started, right? Like this group, maybe before and maybe after. And you're going to see some people that are ahead of you, on pace with you, and behind you. But everybody learns at a different pace. And you learn because based off of your history, what you've tried before, maybe some similar concepts. So it's very important, guys, that you do go at your own pace, okay? Don't compare yourself. You could use others as motivation, but don't compare yourselves to others for like their progress. Like, I only lost half a pound this week and this person lost 3 pounds. Like, it's very important that you don't compare yourself, okay? Because we all have different bodies, different activity levels as far as our work and whatnot. So that's the first thing. That being said, I do want you guys active in the Facebook group, in the community, because it makes it fun. It makes it fun for you. And when you have a fun trend, when you're having fun with your fitness, as opposed to like it being a chore, it makes a huge difference. So I'm going to give you guys the the schedule and whatnot. But I do encourage you guys to ask questions. If it's like a generic question, I do encourage you to ask, not a generic, but a general question. I do encourage you to ask it in the group. If it's something a little bit more personal for you, like, hey, Fatty, I'm going on vacation this weekend, or, I have a birthday coming up, what should I do? Then you can message me privately, just through your application, which on your application, that's where you and I will be having our main discussion. So like, if you try to shoot me a text, like, I'm not going to get to it. If you try to message me on Facebook, it's probably going to get like lost in messages. So the best way to contact, and the only way I want us to contact each other, is either through like the Facebook group, but if it's something more one-on-one, on your messaging app on Trainerize, okay? Everybody has the application downloaded, correct? Cool. Yeah, so you'll see that it has the it has your messaging portion right on there. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull up one of you guys' nutrition plans. All right. So on your application, you're going to get these notifications, guys, but we measure progress off of 3 main ways, okay? So it's going to be pictures, measurements, and weighing in, okay? For now, until I tell you, we're going to be just weighing in 3 times a week, okay? And it's going to be, since you guys are starting, excuse me, tomorrow, you'll be weighing in tomorrow first thing in the morning, but generally they will be on Sundays. So Sunday mornings, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Guys, make sure that you're weighing in after you use the restroom, not at the end of the day. If you're weighing in middle of the day or end of the day, you've already been moving, you've already been active. Hopefully, you've already been eating and or drinking. So your weight is going to fluctuate throughout the day. So if you give me like your measurements and your weigh-ins at the end of the day, then it's not going to be accurate, and it's going to be very hard for us to gauge progress. Okay. Sunday mornings, after you use the restroom, if you can, we're doing pictures, your weigh-ins, okay, and then measurements. So measurements, ladies, it's going to be just in three spots, and this is in your welcome email as well. But it's going to be around your neck, it's going to be around your waist, around your belly button, and your hips. I just like to measure at the top, the uppermost portion of my hips, okay, right where I feel the hip bone. On Wednesdays and Fridays, all you're doing in is weighing in, okay? You're gonna get a notification on your application when there are tasks to do, okay? So for example, Monday, you're gonna wake up, and you could actually have it where you get an email notification as well. That's up to you to turn it on or off. But it'll tell you like, hey, Lisa, you have 4 things to do today. You have track body stats, this, cardio, workout, and whatever else, right? And I'll show you what the app looks like in just 1 second. But it's important, guys, that you follow what's outlined on there, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. If you give me 1 second. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you. So let me show you what a future Okay, so this is in the future. So as you see, all these things are not checked off because it's in the, because it's in the future. So this person has not done these, but if we look back at our calendar, if these are the notifications that you're going to be receiving, right? So on Sundays, you're going to be receiving a notification, put your photos in, your weigh-in / measurement. We're going to link MyFitnessPal up. Do you guys have MyFitnessPal downloaded? Yeah, perfect. So we're going to be able to, it depends. Most of the time it works. MyFitnessPal does upgrades every now and then. So sometimes there's complications, but we could figure out around that. But 99% of the time it works. But you'll be able to link your food onto the application. So if you tell me that you didn't eat, you didn't eat much and you've tracked it, I can look back and on your day and we can make adjustments or see hey, fatty, you didn't eat all your food that, based off of your goals, right? So we'll be able to see all your food and whatnot on here, but you're going to be able to sync that in here seamlessly. Okay. Guys, this is what I want your calendar to look like. Okay. See how everything is checked off. If you do this, I guarantee you a very, 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 very high success ratio. Okay. If you're following what needs to be done, you're going to be successful. You're going to learn a lot through this program. You're going to get a lot of information. You will be able to learn it at your own pace. But if you're not doing the work, then it's almost pointless, right? You have all this wealth of knowledge, but you're not taking any action. So the more you have checked off, like this person in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks has missed 2 workouts and 2 cardio sessions. But I don't even think she's missed this workout. But even then, guys, this is exactly what you want it to look like. Your workouts will be outlined on here as well. Guys, I highly recommend you watch the workout videos before your actual workout. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long workout. And if you have bad internet connection, it's going to be even longer. So if you guys have played around with the exercise or the app, you'll see that you have the actual tutorial videos. A lot of them are myself, and they're outlined in great detail. But it is very important that you read the directions at the top. All right. If you don't read the directions at the top, you will probably be initiated into a club that hates me for a day and a half. But you won't hate me if you follow the directions. So we're going to go through, this is a home workout. So if you guys are working out from home, this is starting to work out from home. This is a good example of what to do when you were looking at this, because when you go through this, there's timers, and it's if you hit start, it's just going to go based off the timer. But for example, right here, it says superset number 1 is a warm-up. You're going to put 2 minutes on the clock and then do the prescribed number of walkouts, which is the exercise, followed by 10 ice skaters. And you repeat until 2 minutes passes. So what the hell does that all mean? We're going to scroll down, and here it is. Okay. On here, you'll see it says 60 seconds and 60 seconds. Because it doesn't let us put a timer on the app, on this particular exercise. So that's why I have the directions up top. So that way, in this particular exercise, you're going to set a timer for 2 minutes. You're going to do 4 of this exercise, 10 of this exercise, and then you're going to repeat until 2 minutes passes. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Questions?
Yeah, I have a question, Patty.
Sure.
So I guess I'm a little confused. There's 3 different apps, right? There's the Fitness Pal, there's the your app,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm sorry, there's a third one, isn't?
There's one, yeah, there's one that where you can view the the training videos.
Okay, so when we're doing the workouts, we're using your app, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then when we're doing, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
When we're doing our tracking, we're also using the fitness one, your app.
No, you just use MyFitnessPal.
Oh, my fitness. Okay, so we don't put it in, because I saw on the menu for your app that you put in your caloric intake and all that stuff. So you use MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, MyFitnessPal should sync to my app, so that way,
okay.
yeah, that way you don't have to do anything. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any
I have
questions?
a question.
Sure.
I do. So I don't know if it's uploaded to your app, but you had emailed me my week's nutrition plan.
Uh-huh.
So I manually enter that into MyFitnessPal,
Correct.
or is there a way to link it?
No, you
Okay.
manually enter it, and we're going to go over that, but it's important that you manually enter it, because if we do need to make adjustments down the road, you know how to make these adjustments.
Yes. Okay. And then just before I forget, on
Sure.
the on my nutrition plan, some of the things, like it'll say a bean salad and it looks like you can click on the recipe, but I can't click on that. So
Okay.
it just says, you know, whatever calories, I don't know, it makes it a little difficult to substitute out, I think.
Let's,
Or
we'll take a look at yours and use yours as the example. Okay. So take a look at that in just a second. But before we get there, do we have any questions regarding the actual workouts?
Sorry.
It's okay. You guys good on the workouts? Okay. So make sure that you read through these, because it's going to be timed differently, guys. What we don't want you to do is go here and you just see, okay, 5 minutes of this and 60 seconds of this. That does not mean that you're doing 5 minutes of goblet lateral lunges and 60 seconds of Supermans. That's how you will be initiated into the club, and we don't want you in that club, okay? So this, make sure to just read the directions up top. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see here. Cardio. Cardio on your application, so it'll be laid out differently, and I'll show you the 2 different ways. So it's going to be either steps or a certain amount of calories burned, and again, it'll be on your application. So on this particular day, oh, it's my birthday. On this particular day, she was scheduled 8,000 steps or more. So if she wants to do more, she's feeling really energetic this day, she could do more, or 300 calories burned. The way you set this up is if you have a bike at home, or if you have an elliptical, or you're gonna do a cardio session at a gym, you hop on the piece of equipment, you hit manual, and then it usually asks for your weight. Minimum, it asks for your weight. Sometimes it asks for your age as well. And then you want to go at a medium intensity to where you can hold a conversation, but you don't necessarily want to hold that conversation during the whole time of cardio, because it's going to like use your energy. Okay. A good gauge, guys, is like, I would say 10 10 to 12 or 10 to 13 calories per minute is a good gauge. Okay. So if you just hop on an elliptical and you just hit manual and you just go to start, that's going to be on like level 1, and it's going to take you hours to reach the 300. So you want to make sure that you're stepping up the intensity. Does that make sense, guys? Another option, you guys will see this option sometimes as well on your app. So again, you have a few different options of your cardio. So right here, scheduled for 10,000 steps or 400 calories burned on the cardio machine of her choice, or 40 minutes, whichever is last. Okay. Meaning if she does 40 minutes and has not burned 400 calories yet, she needs to go until she burns 400 calories. Or if she burned 400 calories and she's not quite at 40 minutes yet, then she's going to go until those 40 minutes, right? Or if she just did the 10,000 steps, then she did the 10,000 steps. Questions on cardio? Shoot.
Hi, I have a question. So I usually, when I do my walking or whatever I do here at home, I'll use my iWatch. So no longer use that part of it to track my walking. Use the app that you're talking about to track it, right? Because it doesn't. Does it?
You could actually link up. You could link up your iWatch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll track it then.
Yeah, you could link it up on here. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I just did it right now, and it gives you the tracking for the app.
Yeah, I believe you could. I believe you could link Samsung watches too, and like Fitbits, so that's available as well. I was gonna say something about cardio. Yeah, that's it for cardio. Any other questions about cardio, guys? No, cool. Again, on Wednesdays and Fridays, you'll see that it says track body stats. You don't have to track all your body stats. That's just for weigh-ins. The only time you got to do measurements are on Sundays. Okay. Again, this is outlined in your email, in your welcome email. Okay, let's stop that share for a second. All right. If you guys don't already, you should have a food scale, okay? A food scale and a weigh-in scale, like to weigh your body. Do not, if you have like an old scale that's like has the dial, like go buy an electric scale because it's going to be off. So one last thing. Every Sunday, you guys won't receive it today because you're just starting today. But every Sunday, I'm going to be sending you guys a check-in form, okay? And I'm gonna put it in the, let me show you. So you guys, I'm going to get you in there. I don't believe I've added you yet. On your application, you will see, where is it? There it is. Okay. So on your application, we have like a group here. All this group is just like, it shows you like when people hit a new PR or when someone's completed a workout or anything. You guys are going to be in here, okay? And this is where I will be sending you the check-in form as well. The check-in form is sent out every Sunday at noon, by noon at the latest. And it's due within 24 hours, okay? So you have till Monday at noon, plenty of time to turn it in. Make sure when you're filling that out, just fill it out with as much detail as possible. That's how I'll be other than me like looking at your plan, that's how I'll be making adjustments to your plan as well. So It's going to have you upload your on the check-in form. It will ask you to upload your pictures, but I still want you to upload your pictures on your application. Okay. You will also receive like every now and then some reminders on there on your application, like don't forget to complete your check-in. If you have already and you still receive the reminder, just ignore it. Yeah, so like this is cool. This is kind of a cool little area too, because again, it just shows you like the people that are working out, like so and so hit their nutritional goal yesterday. Someone hit their goal weight. Like right now, Joseph just completed his workout and he set a new record. So it's just kind of another place to kind of keep us motivated. All right. Okay, so regarding your nutrition, you each got a 1-day nutritional outline. And the reason we don't do 7 days is because that's a lot of food, a lot of different meals to cook in one in 1 week, right? So if you're having like 4 meals a day times 7 days, that's like 28 different meals that you want to prep. Nobody has time for that. That's number one. Number two, we want you to, excuse me, we want you to start getting accustomed to looking at your food. Okay, so you're going to be looking at your food, you're going to be measuring it. Even though you're eating the same foods throughout the week, I still want you weighing in the food. These first couple of weeks are going to be crucial. And you're going to learn how to make substitutions after week 1. But it's very important that you stick as close as possible to it, at least now through like the end of this week. On Saturday of this week, you guys will be receiving a video that's going to start teaching you about how to make substitutions to your nutrition plan. Okay. So let's take a
Can I ask a question, Betty?
Sure.
So this day 1 that you sent us, we're eating this whole meal for the whole week.
For the week, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 things. Meal timing is irrelevant. Okay. So some like on there, you'll see like breakfast is at 7 a.m., lunch is at noon. If you wake up earlier, you could have breakfast earlier. If you wake up a little bit later, you could have breakfast a little bit later. The most important thing, guys, is you get all of that food in. Okay. It might feel like a lot at first, just because we probably have not had that much whole food in a while, a lot of us. So like just general population, we eat a lot of processed food, which doesn't necessarily like keep us full for a long time. So with us having whole foods and a lot of and more protein than we probably have had in our diet before, you're gonna feel full, which is okay. It's normal. Nothing is set in stone. Okay. So for example, if you follow this plan and you gain a pound or you gain 2 pounds or something, and we continue doing it and the weight's not moving where we want to move or like our body composition, then it's adjustable. Okay. But it's very important that you hit these numbers, because if you, let's say, for example, you're supposed to eat 2,000 calories and you're eating 1,500 because you just don't feel like eating the rest, and then you get stuck, like you hit a plateau or something, we don't have as much room to work with. Okay. So it's very important. Like the goal is to always be eating as much as possible while losing as much weight as possible. Okay. And that will help you down the road. Like, because if we do need to make adjustments, we're not cutting as much food out. Does that make sense, guys? Cool. All right. So let's take a look at a nutrition plan. So Lisa, I'm going to pull up your plan. All right. So Oh, Lisa, I see where the confusion is. I sent you more than one day. So I'll resend that. Which is the one you were looking at, the one with? I see where the confusion is. Okay. I'm gonna send you an adjusted one, okay, Lisa? Let's take a look at-
Sorry, I was going through security.
It's okay. You're
So
fine.
you went through the X-ray machine.
It's all good. It's all good. Cool. So okay. So Eurydice, this is your nutrition plan. You guys will look very similar. And I'm just gonna be showing you guys, like, when you hear when you hear us talking about, like, you hear calories, macros, all this stuff. These are the numbers that you're going to have. Lisa, again, like, I'm not sure if you heard me, but I'm gonna resend you a different outline. Same foods but different outline.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. But calories, so like your goal is 1560. Okay. Your carb goal is 168, your protein goal is 136, your fat goal is 42. Okay. So you guys are going to hear the word calories and macros a lot. Macros is just short for macronutrients, which is your protein, your carbs, and your fat. Spoiler alert, there's a whole video on this, but I'll just kind of help you right now. If you reach your protein goals, your carb goals, and your fat goals, you will reach your calorie goals. Okay. On MyFitnessPal, like, as you track it, it might look different. It might look like I hit my macros, but it says I'm over on calories or I'm under on calories. The reason for that being, guys, is the FDA, they allow you up to like a 5 or 10% variance. Okay. So if there's some foods that have like 2 or 3 or 4 grams or 2 or 3 grams of carbs, or protein or something like that, the FDA, the like foods don't necessarily have to track it. That's why if you see like something that says like Coke Zero, right? Coke Zero or coffee, even though it's technically 0 calories, there are some calories in it, but it's not worth tracking. Like, it's very, very, very minimal. That being said, coffee is clear. Coke Zeros are clear. Anything that is 0 calories clear. For week 1, if you do want to sweeten up your coffee, recommend like Truvia, Splenda, or Stevia. They are safe. Okay. So like Coke Zero, Diet Coke, stuff like that, it is safe too, unless you're drinking it by the gallons per day, and hopefully nobody's doing that. Okay. So any 0 calorie drink is completely fine. Questions about the nutrition plan? Sure.
I do. Creamers on coffee. What kind? I currently use a non-creamer soy.
Yeah. So just for now, just leave it out for now. Okay.
Okay, so just use the stevia or Splenda.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Saturday, you'll learn how to start incorporating that to fit your daily goals.
Okay, and then I have another question. Just I noticed that, for example, on my nutrition one, for breakfast it says 1 large egg, but then it also says 1 cup of liquid white egg white. So is it either one or is it both?
So it's 1 large egg and then the egg whites. So you can make like an omelet.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Or if you want like a hard-boiled egg and then like the egg whites and omelets, then
okay.
Yeah.
And can you drink more water than what this is saying too?
Yeah, yeah. For water, guys, you don't have to necessarily measure it. A good gauge is like 3 to 4 clear urinations. Okay,
Okay,
so
perfect.
don't have to necessarily like measure your water, but 3 to 4 clear urinations. It's very important that we get a good amount of water in.
Perfect.
Patty, for me, since it says here, I think it's what is it for a snack, string cheese. Since
Mhm.
I am lactose, can I substitute that with something else like a fruit, like blackberries or
Yeah. So here, let's see here. Yeah, substitute it with like a small apple.
a small? Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Does it matter if it's not green? It has to be green
No,
apple?
no, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
cool, guys. Are we good with nutrition?
Yes,
One more
and we
question.
manually, oh, sorry, Elizabeth, go for it.
Go ahead.
And so
Go
we
ahead.
manually put this on our MyFitnessPal, right?
Correct.
We're putting this, okay, so it's
Yeah,
continues to track, okay.
yeah. And even though you're eating the same foods every day, I still want you guys, like for this first week, I still want you guys to track it. Okay.
Okay.
The beautiful thing about MyFitnessPal is, let's say, because you're going to be eating the same foods every day, as you track it, it will predict kind of what you're eating. So in the future, let's say your breakfast is always the same or your dinner is always the same. It will predict the food you're eating, and then you just have to make sure that you're putting the proper amount of the proper serving size, right? So for example, today, if you have 4 ounces of steak and tomorrow you have 6 ounces of steak because you know how to, because you're gonna, or next week you have 6 ounces of steak because you know how to make the adjustments, make sure to adjust the serving size.
Okay.
Elizabeth, you had a question?
Yeah. Or for example, like the quinoa, and when we cook it, is it just like plain water? Can we add some salt, or can we do it in chicken broth? Like, how do we cook that one? What's the best way? And also, like your chicken, also, can we season it? What seasonings do we use?
Yeah, any seasonings are fine. Great question.
Okay.
Any seasonings are fine as long as it's not, for now, nothing in like a ketchup, barbecue sauce, any like actual like just like pepper seasonings, stuff like that. Salt, pepper. Don't worry about sodium intake. As long as you guys are getting enough water in, you will be fine. Like in regards to sodium, seasonings, like have at it. Yeah.
What about the quinoa when we cook the quinoa?
You can do it in rice, or if you prefer to do it sorry, you can do it in water, or if you prefer to do it in like chicken broth, you can do
Chicken
that
broth?
as well.
Like a low sodium chicken broth would be fine, or
Yeah,
any chicken broth would be fine.
yeah, you can do a low sodium. I personally just do it in water, and then I'll just put like adobo
The sauce.
seasoning or something like that.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions regarding nutrition, guys? Okay, so after week 1, again, you're going to learn how to make adjustments, and then you begin to become a free bird and learn how to do this on your own. There is a video in the university, which I'm going to be showing you guys next. Excuse me. And I want you guys to watch that as well. Let's see here. Let's see if we go. Can you guys see this screen? Cool.
Yes.
So this is your university. Okay. So you guys are going to have access to this. I'll send you a link to log in. Make sure you're using your same email that you used to register for your application. But this is basically like kind of like a course curriculum, and like as you go through, it will tell you if it's completed. These are pretty much all videos, but sometimes there will be some quizzes on here, like short quizzes, not like a long quiz. Mute this guy. So like, like homework due. It'll tell, like, for example, the first parts are just like how to prioritize yourself, mindset going into a new nutrition plan, the basics of progress, and then 3 main ways that we're going to be. Topic of today. Sometimes you'll see, like I said, sometimes you'll see like homework down here or something to do, and sometimes you'll actually see a quiz. So like right here. Congratulations. So this is the video, excuse me. This is the video that you'll be receiving after week 1 as well. After it, there will be little four question quiz, just to make sure that what you watched made sense and you understood it. You guys could go, as long as you are a client, you will always have access to this course. The video, so this will be sent to you on Saturday, and then anytime after Saturday, you can watch this video right here. It's called Tracking After Week 1 and Subbing Foods You Enjoy to Eat. Okay. This is a very detailed video. This was one, so we have one here, but this one I would recommend to watch first. I'll move this around for you guys, but this one I recommend to watch first. It's going to show you how to start substituting after week 1. In short, and we go into detail here, I don't want you to start substituting like, okay, I know how to make substitutions now, and I'm going to substitute my breakfast, snack, and lunch. Start by substituting 1 meal at a time. Okay. The whole goal, guys, in these first like 2-3 weeks is progress, not perfection. So if like your macros aren't perfect or anything like that, don't feel like you're failing or you're behind or anything like that. It's all learning, right? Okay. Any questions about the university? No. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. We upload videos like every at least once a week, usually on the roundtables, but every month try to get a few more in there for you guys, and they're surrounded around training, nutrition, and mindset. Okay. So that way, like, you can't really have one without another. But yeah, they're surrounded around those 3 things.
What are the roundtables?
The roundtables, you beat me to the punch. You're on it. So yeah, so there is a schedule, guys, and the schedule is in the group, but I'll send it to you guys as well. You guys are gonna see me like going live probably a lot on Facebook. Okay. You only need to quote unquote be there, or the ones as a client that I want you to attend are 3 of them. Okay. And I'm gonna send you this schedule as well. Mondays at noon. So Mondays at noon, I go live. I hop in there and do, it's like a little Monday motivation thing. But then we do weekly challenges. So this last week's weekly challenge was a water challenge. So we basically chug some water, tag one other person, and we just keep that going throughout the week. Okay, so it's just, again, another way to kind of hold each other accountable and get each other engaged in the group. Okay, that's on Mondays at noon. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. We do a Q&A. So these are both on Facebook. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. we do a Q&A. I make a post on Tuesday for you guys to ask your questions, and then I answer the questions based off of what you've asked from that post. Fridays are roundtables. So Fridays are Zoom. That's the only time we hop on Zoom, other than if you're doing an onboarding call, if you guys want to join an onboarding call down the road. Wednesdays are the only time that we do Zoom. So roundtables, we go over biggest wins of the week. We go over like one new learning or talking point. Once a month, we do a hot seat. So the first Friday of every month, we do a hot seat, and the hot seat's my personal favorite. So we talk about biggest wins, biggest obstacles, and then I coach you a little bit on that. Okay. So if you guys can attend them, I urge you to. If you can't, they will be recorded. Okay. I'm gonna send it in the main chat, just the schedule, so you guys can have it. The main Facebook chat. All right, let's talk about how you could get some money for free. Every Sundays and Wednesdays, I make a post for meal prep. Okay, so your meal prep post, all I want you to do on that is just prepare your meals just like you normally would, post it in the group, and then every week I pick one winner based off of just like a couple of different things. Sometimes it's like variety, sometimes it's getting the proper amount of protein, carbs, and fat, presentation, but every week one winner for just doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it's $20 either a gift card, $20 to the Real Results store, or if you just want like to like Nike or Amazon or something like that. Okay, or if you just want Venmo, we could do that as well. So every Sunday and Wednesday, I make a post. Same thing at noon, and all you're doing is just posting your food.
Quick question.
Sure.
I can't remember how to get into the university.
Okay.
I know I've done it, but I know there's an app, but I couldn't figure out which one it was.
Yeah, so through the university, I'm going to give you guys a link. You can view it from your website, or if you want to use an app, like so that way you don't have to log into a website, you can. It's called Teachable. So I'll type it in the chat. So Lisa, if you can't log in, I believe there should be a spot to like be able to reset your password. All right, so any questions? So, oh yeah, before I move on, pictures, guys, when you're taking your progress pictures, nothing high-waisted like over the belly button, because we can't see any progress off of that. Okay, so like make sure if you're wearing like shorts or pants, it's at your hip, right? And then like a sports bra, again, not something covering like your whole midsection, because it's going to be very hard to gauge progress off of that. I know progress pictures are not comfortable. It's probably the least comfortable thing for most people to do, but it's imperative. All right, because sometimes your measurements will stay the same and your weight will stay the same, but your pictures look completely different, or your pictures will stay the same and your measurements will stay the same, but the weight will move. So that's why we base it off of those three things, right? How you feel and clothes fitting different is obviously a good gauge of measurement as well. But as a trainer, I can't gauge that, right? You could tell me that you're feeling great all day, but we can't gauge progress off of that necessarily, numbers wise. And then pictures, like, yeah, it doesn't have to be a photo shoot, but make sure you are in good lighting. Okay, so a good way of thinking about it is like lighting, phone, you, which is why like if you take a selfie like in a bathroom mirror, that's a good way of gauging it. That's a good picture. Or you could put a timer on your phone, set the timer and set it down on a chair about like where your midsection is, and step away. Okay. Do not cut off your face. I'll tell you to retake it. um, okay. Any questions about what we've discussed? What we went over? We went over a lot. We went over pictures, like the way the schedule is, your nutrition, your applications, the university. Any questions about that stuff so far?
Another question on nutrition. Like for example, when we cook our chicken, what type of oil do you prefer to cook it in?
What type of what? I'm sorry.
Like oil, olive oil, avocado oil.
For
Anything.
now, just like a 0 calorie, like a spray.
So okay, like the Pam.
Yeah, like the Pam. If you are,
Okay.
so let me take that back. If you do want to cook it in oil, just like a very, very tiny amount of oil, put it on your pan, and then just grab like a paper towel and just like, yeah, just because a lot of us use way more oil than we need to. If it's like splashing all over the place, then that's a telltale sign of like we need to pour some out. So yeah, if you are gonna use oil, just like a dash, or what I would do sometimes is I'll just like get the paper towel, put it on the oil, and then rub the pan. But,
so the oil doesn't matter at that point as long as you do a small amount, or?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. It does because there's calories in it, but if you're doing a small amount, like it's minimal. But if you see like a puddle in there, right, and then you're wiping it down, you're probably taking in more calories than you need to.
Okay.
And that's not what I want you to do.
Got it. Okay.
Cool. Any other questions, guys? All right. So
one more question, Patty.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
what we're here for.
The exercises, like you have me down for I think Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I can't do it on that specific day, can I do it on a different day as long as I do it, or does it have to be on that specific day?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Like ideally, I have it set up a certain way for you guys. So like what I don't want you to do is do all your workouts in the beginning of the week or do all your workouts at the end of the week, because whichever one you do, you're going to, like, if you do all your workouts in the beginning of the week, your beginning of the week is going to end up good, and the end of the week you're going to be falling off, or vice versa. And then also, like, we split them up, like every other day or whatnot, and the reason for that being is because we also want your body to recover, right? But yeah, let's say, for example, that you miss Friday's workout and you want to do it on Saturday, you can move that over manually.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So guys, as a client, what I expect from you are a few things. I expect your check-ins in on time. The check-ins that we spoke about on Sundays. I expect you to do your pictures, your measurements, your weigh-ins. Again, I can't do my job if I'm not getting the data, right? So it isn't tracked, isn't measurable. Your responsibilities are as a client are to follow the directions that your coach gives you to the best of your ability, to complete the check-ins on time with the necessary information, to have open communication with me. Okay, you do not have to wait until your check-in to ask a question, or for the Q&As to ask a question. Again, you have like multiple resources. So just going back to the beginning of where we started, you have the Facebook group, right? So it's like, okay, hey guys, like I'm having trouble with this exercise. Like, what's a good alternative or something like that? Like any kind of like general questions you could ask in the group. Something more detailed for you, like, hey, Fatty, this exercise really bothers my back. I have sciatic nerve or something like that. Talk to me specifically. And again, like if you're struggling with anything, if something isn't working, reach out so that your trainer can so I could assist you and walk you through it. Okay. I guarantee your response time, like I mentioned, Monday through Friday within a 24-hour time period. During the weekends, it will be a little bit longer. Might not be until Monday, but again, the group is always open. Okay. my goals or my responsibility for you is to hold you accountable for your goals and your programs. I will reach out to you. I will follow up with you, but I will not chase you. Okay. So if we're just like, not, if you're just ignoring, then, we're not going to play this game of back and forth. So make sure to, again, be open with your communication. If you're struggling with your nutrition, if you're struggling with your training, if you're struggling with motivation, like reach out, guys. Like this is why we're here, to help each other. Okay. Again, to answer your questions Monday through Friday within a 24-hour time period. My responsibilities is to adjust your program as needed. If I see that it needs to be adjusted, and to respond to your weekly check-ins. Okay. Calories and macro adjustments, I will do that as well, as long as, again, you're doing your job. And then, so any questions about that? No? Cool. And then again, your responsibilities is to just use the services provided, guys. Like, you're going to have lots of information. You're going to learn probably more than you've ever learned about training and nutrition. And it's going to be an eye opener. It's going to be life changing if you allow it to be. Okay. So use the tools and the resources that I've set up for you to succeed. And it's your responsibility to finish the training sessions in your program and to check it off, like we spoke about. Because if you're not checking it off on your calendar, to me, that shows me that you're not doing it. So even though you might have done it, and you're like, why is he messaging me or something like that? Like, it's because I don't see it done on my end, right? So make sure that you're checking that off. If you're not logged in the application, I haven't had to do this, but if you're not logged in for the application for like 21 days or more, you will be cut off without notice. So make sure that you're logging in within 21 days. And again, all of this stuff is stuff that you guys have received in your like waiver and email. And yeah, just make sure to ask questions. Don't ever feel like you're behind. And reach out if you are, if you're feeling overwhelmed or anything like that. Like I said, you'll see me go live a lot on Facebook. The only ones are those ones that I shared with you guys. You might see me tag you, or you might see other videos in the group. If you want to watch those, great. I think you will benefit a lot from them, because I'll go like simultaneously, like on Facebook and on Instagram. If you want to watch those, great. If you can't, it's just too much information. Like, it's okay. That's not for you. Like, if you can benefit from it as a client, but you don't have to watch that. Okay. The ones I want you to watch are just those three in the university, because the university has everything laid out for you. Cool. And that's it. That's it for this onboarding call. I'll open up the forum to any questions, comments, concerns, and we could answer them.
Fatty, so
Yeah.
for tomorrow, just because we're starting tomorrow, you just want our wait-in, right? And then Sunday you want our pictures, or do you want us to start doing the pictures?
Start doing the pictures. Because you guys are starting tomorrow, I want your pictures tomorrow as well. Okay. Yeah, but moving forward, it will just be on Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
And then we should enter the measurements for today in the app.
You can do those tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow as well. Okay.
Yeah, so same thing. It'll be neck, waist, and hips.
Okay. So the app has all those like certain areas, like more than 10. Those are all necessary, right?
They're not necessary.
Okay. Just
yeah, like you'll see it'll say, you'll see it'll say like left arm or left thigh or left calf or anything. Like, you don't have to do that. The only ones I want from you are your neck, your waist, and your hips.
Neck, waist, hips. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be sitting there for hours at a time if you do the rest of your body. Cool. So we went over a lot today, guys. I'm gonna have this recorded, and I'll send you guys the link for it so you can review it at any time. But do you guys have any other questions regarding expectations, like what to expect of me, what I should be expecting of you, anything regarding the check-in process, Q&As, anything like that?
No, the only question I have, you'll send us a link for the university, and then you said just to go ahead and to go to Teachable as well.
If you want to have it on your, if you want to have it as an application on your phone, this is another application.
Yeah.
Teachable. Yeah, Teachable. Because like, I know, you know, you could have it playing in the background, like as you're driving for work. And I know on, if you're doing it on a website from your phone, you know, usually the website will dim or something like that and it'll mute. So yeah, Teachable is the application.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send you the link right now. Yeah, and then just make sure that you are using you are using the same email that you use to log in to your application. And then for the first like week-ish, you know, the group that I have between like you guys that are starting tomorrow, I'll be kind of like checking in on you guys there throughout the week, and then we'll eventually like phase out and just go into that main chat group. But just like, because I know that we'll have some, you guys will, you five will have some similar questions going into it together. So that's why I'll have the group that's marked September 13th start date. Cool. Any questions before we get out of here? No? You guys excited?
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. I'm excited for you guys. Again, make sure to review some of the videos before you start, even though you might know the exercise or might have heard it. It's very important that you review, because you don't want to go into your exercise, watch it, have a slow connection or whatever. App something freezes or your phone freezes or something. So just make sure to watch it first. So that way it's just like a very smooth process for you.
One question. So I know you said that you've been doing this online. Do you ever have an in-person, like where you do like a gym with a group kind of thing, or is that something you've never really done?
I haven't done that for like
no
5 years, 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Like
Just
that,
all
yeah.
online? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. All right. I'll see you in there. I'm going to have the, so you're going to see two things coming up. You're going to see the notification for the check-in, the weekly check-in. You guys don't have to do that because you haven't started yet, so you don't have anything to answer. And then I'm going to be posting the meal prep Sunday post. So whenever you're done meal prepping, just post your food in there.
Okay.
Cool, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Have an amazing rest of your day.
Bye.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.
Oh, wait. Before you guys go, let me take a picture. I almost forgot. That was supposed to be the first thing. All right. I do the flex. You guys do whatever you want. 3, 2, 1. No, Lisa's at the airport, I believe. Cool. All right, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.